I didn't just quit drinking, I rewired my whole life and mindset, because putting down a bottle is simply the beginning of the war. It's not the victory. Most people operate under the massive delusion that the substance is the only issue. They believe that if they simply stop lifting the glass to their lips, the chaos will end and peace will descend. This is the gap between expectation and reality. The brutal honesty of the situation is that alcohol is often the solution to an internal problem you didn't know you had to solve. It was the anaesthesia for life you did not have the tools to cope with. When you remove that anaesthesia, you do not immediately feel better. You wake up on the operating table of your own life with violent clarity. You're suddenly forced to feel every jagged emotion and face every demon you spent years drowning. If you stop the behaviour without changing the mindset, you become what we call a dry drunk. You're sober, but you're miserable. You're white-knuckling through existence, filled with resentment, irritability, and a profound sense of lack, because you've removed your primary coping mechanism without replacing it with anything structural. You're trying to drive a car with no fucking engine. To escape this purgatory, I had to take drastic action. I had to fundamentally alter how I perceived existence. As I started in my own recovery journey, I swapped the pints for cold water and breathwork. This was not a casual lifestyle adjustment or a trend. This was a survival tactic. Think of your nervous system like a high-pressure steam engine. For years, alcohol was the release valve. It was toxic and destructive, but it lowered the pressure. When you quit, you weld that valve shut. The pressure builds. If you do not install a new system to regulate that pressure, the engine will fucking explode. That is why I swapped pints for cold water and the breathwork. They're my new mechanics. Cold water forces an internal surrender. It shocks the system into the present moment. You cannot obsess over the past or fear the future when you're submerged in freezing fucking water. It demands presence. Breathwork's a regulator. It teaches you to control your physiology, to calm the storm inside without reaching for chemical buffer. This is living life on terms. It's about learning to sit in the fire of your own emotions without burning down your fucking house. You must stop trying to numb the world and start learning to regulate yourself. You need to rewire the neural pathways that scream for escape. Practice mindfulness and meditation for 5 minutes today. Don't try to empty your mind. Just sit with the discomfort. Feel it, breathe it, and that's how you begin to rewire.